Are you moving to Calgary and trying to figure out if Altadore is Calgary's best neighborhood? The one that actually gives you everything that you want and, more importantly, everything you need? Today we are going to talk about house types, neighborhood perks, shopping, restaurants, schools, and of course home prices in one of Southwest Calgary's best neighborhoods. We're diving into Altadore in Southwest Calgary, a community that feels vibrant, energetic, and close to everything. But it's only minutes to downtown. And it has one of Calgary's most loved lifestyle districts right at its doorstep. I can't wait to tell you more about it. Before we dive into all the reasons I think Altadore is one of Calgary's best neighborhoods, I'm Heather Draper, a Calgary interior designer turned real estate agent. Obsessed with living the best life Calgary has to offer. Calgary's best neighborhoods and most beautiful homes. Until recently, I found myself living in a community that didn't match my ideal lifestyle. It checked some boxes, but not the ones that really mattered. So now I'm on a mission to share Calgary's best neighborhoods so you don't make the same mistake I did. What actually makes a neighborhood in Calgary great? Commute times, schools, walkability, the types of homes, absolutely. But for a lot of buyers, it's also about being close to everyday luxuries. Waking up and thinking, where should I stop for a croissant and coffee on my way to work today? If that resonates for you, then you might think Altadore is one of Calgary's best neighborhoods too. Altadore is so unique in Calgary. It is one of those Calgary neighborhoods you know has real history and has been well loved for decades. Originally developed in the 1900s along Calgary's streetcar line, making Altadore Calgary's first suburb. It grew up over the years with quaint commercial districts tucked amongst the residential streets. This historic hub has turned into something incredible. More about all of this soon. On top of that, Altadore is one of the few Calgary communities with local neighborhood coffee shops on the way to school drop-off and small breweries walking distance from most homes. Altadore has its quiet streets filled with beautiful homes that I'm going to be talking about next. And green spaces I will be sharing more about soon. But it also feels incredibly alive. Let's dive in to one of Calgary's best neighborhoods. Altadore has a real mix of home types because the neighborhood evolved over time instead of all at once. An afternoon walk in the community is full of things to see. With a mix of unique homes to admire, Calgary's newer suburban communities just don't have that. Speaking as a designer, Altadore is one of the most visually interesting neighborhoods in Calgary. You still find charming original homes tucked between beautifully renovated properties, but you will also find some of Calgary's most stunning infills. And proof that this community is worth investing in. The original homes here often sit on incredible lots, 50 foot by 120 foot being Altadore's average lot size. And many have been thoughtfully renovated to suit modern day living while still retaining their character and charm. And if you're not interested in renovating or building, there are incredible move-in ready options as well. From luxury attached homes to stunning detached infills with high-end finishes and beautifully designed outdoor spaces. One of the things that makes Altadore so special is the mix of homeowners who choose to live here. Young families, professionals, longtime residents, every day you will come across families with kids biking to the park, people walking to coffee shops, or dogs on their way to the off-leash park. Before we get to the practical information, the schools and home prices in Altadore, I want to dive into the lifestyle and location of Altadore because it really is exceptional. First, let's talk access to downtown. In Altadore, you're incredibly central. Downtown is a short 10 to 15 commute with quick access to Crowchild Trail and 14th Street, both taking you into the core. Glenmore Trail is also easily accessed from Altadore, connecting you to the major routes that get you across Calgary and out to the mountains. So whether it's work, school, or heading out of the city, everything feels easy. But what really makes Altadore stand apart is how connected everyday life feels. There are many Calgary neighborhoods that offer beautiful homes. There are many Calgary neighborhoods that offer walkability to nature and a vibrant commercial district. Very few offer all of the above at this level. Before we talk about the vibrant commercial district and the city's best croissants, let's chat access to nature, one of my must-haves for any great Calgary neighborhood. Altadore sits right beside River Park, one of the best and yet somehow lesser known park spaces in Calgary. There is a huge off-leash area that has become one of the gathering spots people in this neighborhood love. There are walking paths that weave along the ridge overlooking the Elbow River, and at certain points, the downtown skyline is framed by trees and open grassland. The best part of the green space that Altadore enjoys has to be the River Park pathways that eventually lead you down to Sandy Beach Park and the Elbow River. In the summer, people are floating on the rivers or walking on the pathways. You will find kids enjoying the massive playground or creating their own world playing on the sandy beaches along the Elbow River the park is named for. And because the Elbow River winds through mature trees and natural green space, there are moments where it barely feels like you're in the city at all. And then, of course, there's Marda Loop, one of Calgary's few shopping districts, and for many Altadore residents, the reason they moved here. Here you can grab your morning coffee, run your errands, and find a really great spot for dinner, all without ever needing to get in your car. Marda Loop truly has everything you need. Larger grocery stores and small specialty ones. Dentists are tucked beside French-inspired bakeries. And there are numerous boutiques filled with things you definitely don't need, but that never matters. And the restaurants, many of Calgary's best, are steps away from each other. The grocery shops are conveniently located, but with diner breakfast, French-inspired baguettes for lunch, and charming restaurants for dinner, you may never need to use them. It's the kind of place where you really feel uplifted by the energy around you. It must be said, Altadore isn't the type of neighborhood people leave quickly. The walkability, the restaurants, the park, the sense of community, it becomes very hard to imagine living anywhere else. One important consideration for most families looking for a home in Calgary is schools. And one of the reasons Altadore has stayed so consistently desirable is the strength of its local schools. Right in the community, you have Altadore School for younger students, which has developed a really strong reputation among Calgary families over the years. It consistently performs well academically and is one of those schools people specifically try to get into the catchment for. It also supports that walk-to-school lifestyle that so many families dream about. Kids walking with friends, parents chatting at pickup, playgrounds busy after school. There's a real sense of community about it. For junior high, many students in the area attend Mount Royal School, which has a very strong reputation among Calgary families and is known for consistently strong academic performance. And then for high school, many students move to Central Memorial High School or Western Canada High School, both of which are very well regarded and offer strong academic and specialized programming. Families in Altadore also have access to fantastic French immersion options nearby, which give parents lots of flexibility depending on the kind of learning environment they want for their kids. And for many of my clients, proximity to Calgary's private schools is a huge advantage for Altadore as well. Rundle College, Clearwater Academy, and Weber Academy are all very accessible from Altadore. That combination of inner city lifestyle, strong schools, and beautiful home options is a big part about why people choose to live here long term. Now that I have you convinced that Altadore is one of Calgary's best neighborhoods, let's talk about what it costs to live here. In terms of pricing, Altadore has a fairly wide range. Original homes and smaller properties often being in the high 700s to low 1 million range, depending on condition and location. Updated homes and attached luxury properties tend to fall more into the 1.1 to 1.8 million range. And for newer custom homes and exceptionally infills, you're typically looking 2 or even 3 million and up. The most desirable properties, especially those on quiet streets with larger lots or close to River Park, can command substantially more. I would love to know your thoughts. Is Altadore the type of community you've been looking for? Does the idea of walking to coffee shops, restaurants, and an abundance of nature on your doorstep appeal to you? Or maybe it's the energy of Marda Loop that feels exciting to you, where everyday life becomes a little more social, a little more beautiful, and a lot more convenient. If you'd like to explore Calgary's best neighborhoods, I'm Heather Draper with Homewell Luxury Real Estate, and I love helping clients discover what living well in Calgary means to them and helping them find the home that supports that. You can check out my full playlist of Calgary's best neighborhoods by clicking right here. And if you never want to miss one of my videos about beautiful homes and neighborhoods in Calgary, you can subscribe by clicking right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.